Shit, we only played it for half an hour, so let's do another run and hopefully not get quite so overpowered. But if it happens, it happens. Let's try as Eden. He's always a toss-up and a tosser. Bum, 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 bum. Oh my god, look at those awful, awful stats. 7Q89, J8N1. Our fire rate's good. Our damage is below average, but you know, I guess not actually awful, and the speed is about average. Luck's pretty bad, range is pretty shocking. I think. Or is that good range? I actually don't know. Health is good. You know what? It's not the worst around in the world. I take it all back. I've seen worse. I've seen better. I've seen better. Alright, it's the cellar one. This might get me killed, but you know what? I'm risking it. Run away! Wait, don't shoot me. Don't shoot. I'm trying to kill the other guy. Go away, man. Back, found demon. Come here, you. You're very loud. You must die. You must die, and then you will die. Hey! Perfect. Let's keep one heart this time. Let's not be quite so fast and loose and free and frivolous and so forth. You know what? I just realized something. Wait, doesn't this make me immune to explosions? Yeah, probably shouldn't have tested that with one heart, but, you know. So that's a good item. That is a good item. Okay. Damn it, no secret room. What the try? Why not put a bomb? I don't know, because we were OP and we were going to beat the run anyway, so. At that point, you kind of just stop trying. You're like, let's just finish, you know? We were so bloody powerful, it was ridiculous. We have 16 cents already. Oh, yeah, because we used the... Ooh. 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 I like it. I like it muy mucho. I would love a key. That doesn't solve my key problem. I would still love a key. Oh, wait. We don't need a key. We can bomb into the shop. Let's go to the shop. Oh, baby. Hey. Alright, I like it. Now let's... Oh, no. Wait. Yeah, this is where I wanted to use up here. That's right. I remember now, don't worry. Oh, that's where we have this maker as well, which actually works pretty well with this thing. And we can now go buy this. I don't know how this is going to work. Like with the blood bag. So what this does is... this might fuck us up, actually. Essentially what it does is every time you use your spacebar item, it works twice. So my hope is that that won't take away, like, a full heart instead of half of one. My hope is it will just give me the rewards for using it twice without actually taking away 2 hearts. But I bet it actually just takes away, like, 2 half hearts. My guess is that's what it does. So they could effectively kill me if I use it at the wrong time, if I'm not careful. But I guess we'll see. Either way, we don't use it right now because we got nothing. We got nothing. This is not, like, the best first boss you want to fight when you're not incredibly powerful. However, we do have some bombs, so we should be able to make our lives a little bit easier. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug that down there and we're going to blow them up. Get effed! Walk into that. Or fly into that. Whatever you do, son. Whatever you do. Now! Demon! Demon! Blow up. Oh, you suck. I can't hit anything. I'm awful. No, he wasn't there. Ah, oh, you almost got me, buddy. You almost got me. Oh, you didn't got me, though. Okay, cool. Hey, we got the dummy, which is fire rate, which is nice. Solves our damage problem a little bit, and the soul hearts are also very nice. Still, ooh. Perfect. Okay, so when we get more hearts, we can play that and the IV bag at the same time. Cool. Oh, Lord. Okay, run. Bitch. God damn it. I'm trying to think of, like, criticisms for Spider-Man. Like, other than, again, some of the bosses being kind of crappy. And, you know, some of the side stuff being repetitive. But like I say, the swinging and the combat were insanely fun. And some of the boss fights were super cool. I really loved the ending. I loved the story overall, the voice acting. Like, some of the... apparently, no one really shares this sentiment, but whatever. Like, most people I saw talking about the game said they really thought the facial animations and everything were really good. And some people specifically said it wasn't Uncanny Valley. I thought for the most part I would agree with that, but there were definitely a few moments where, like, Mary Jane pulled a face or something, and I was like, oh my god, she looks like a weird clay demon mannequin person. Like, for the most part, the animations were good, but occasionally she just, like, creeped me out. I don't know. Also, the fact she looked like my sister also creeped me out. So, you know, maybe I'm a little biased there. Maybe I'm a little biased. Bit random, but what do you think of Undertaker versus Triple H in Australia? Okay. So, oh my god. For those that don't know, The Undertaker is like 52. He's an old-ass man now. Okay, 52 is not old, but like, for a professional wrestler, which is apparently harder to say than you think it is, for a professional, it's not hard at all. I got tongue twisted though, tongue-tied. For a professional wrestler, 52 is pretty old, right? Like, especially if someone's been doing, he's been doing it like 28 years, 29, like, basically 3 decades. The man's knees are fucked. Like, he has a wrestling match and he can barely walk by the end of it, right? So he's not exactly a spring chicken, you know? He's not in his prime. He should not be, he should be retired, you know? Like, when you can no longer do it anymore to the point where, like, you basically can't walk at the end of a wrestling match. Like, he only does it once or twice a year, though. This is the thing. But still. So, Undertaker. Great wrestler back in the day. Still pretty good, but, like, can barely walk now. You know, after a match. Anyway, so, because of fucking Jesus! Alright, because of that, I really think he should have retired at least a couple of years ago. You know? At least 2 years ago now. But he hasn't. And they're having a big super show in Australia, I think on like the 5th of October or something. I can't remember when. It's soon. And you know what? Let's take Chaos just for the lols, son. And at the Super Show, he is going to go against Triple H. For those who do not know who Triple H is. Okay, it didn't work at all. Bollocks! For those who don't know who Triple H is, he's a wrestler. I should be using this on the Blood Bank. I specifically said that, Jason, pay attention. He's a wrestler who, and you know who Triple H is. But anyway, Triple H is not young either. So anyway, point is, he's having a match against Triple H in Australia very soon. And they're billing it as the last time ever. I hope that's true. I really do. Because, like, don't get me wrong, The Undertaker is legitimately one of my favorite wrestlers ever. But, like, for Christ's sakes, man. Just fucking retire. So that's how I feel about it. It's like, I have the utmost respect for The Undertaker. But, like, he's minted. Like, the man is very wealthy, you know? Like, you don't need the money. You don't. And I get it. He's probably doing it because he loves wrestling. And I respect that. I do. I respect someone who loves wrestling, who's a wrestler, you know? That's cool. You're not just in it for the paycheck like Roman fucking Reigns. And it's not just me hating on Roman Reigns. He's literally said that in interviews. He's like, I just, you know, shut up, do what I'm told, and hope to get rich. That's literally word for word what Roman Reigns said once. So fuck you, Roman Reigns. But anyway. Point is, I respect him. But man, like, just please stop. Just please stop. Like, it's too much now, man. It's too much. I can't keep watching this man like have mediocre wrestling matches and then barely be able to walk at the end of it. I can't do it anymore. I can't. Fucking God! You were supposed to jump twice, not thrice. All right. Okay, now you're just jumping all the time, sir. You wasted a bomb and now you're making me mad. Thank you for dying. Hey, thanks for the bombs back, I guess. A razor? Oh, we've made a terrible decision. I don't want that. That thing's terrible. Let's go use the Chariot card on the Blood Bank. So what do you think of The Undertaker wrestling? Simon, are you still here? Do you watch The Undertaker still? Do you watch wrestling still? You can't really watch The Undertaker that much. He doesn't really wrestle. Yeah. What? When did they change that? When did the IV bag kill you through the chariot? When did they change that? What is this music? I've never heard this before. This is awesome. Did someone make this? Alright, never mind then. I apparently forgot. No, the controllers. No, it's not. No. There's the seed. Wow, this is a good run. Look at our damage. Look at the items. All right, this is the run, boys. This is already great. This is already 10 out of 10. Would bang. Fuck down the run. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't realize that was a thing. You think he should retire after WrestleMania when he lost? Yeah, that was a while ago, man. Like, that was already like about 5 years ago that he lost to Brock Lesnar. I'm not saying he should have retired because he lost. I'm saying, or are you talking about when he lost to Roman Reigns? I don't know. Everyone's lost to Roman Reigns. Ah, why? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, yeah. Like, I think most people agree. I think, like, it's very rare I've spoke to a wrestling fan where they're like, nah, I think Undertaker should keep going. Like, because it's very clearly obvious the man is, like, not in good shape, you know? I don't mean, like, I mean, like, literally, like, his legs are fucked. Kane is the same, like, here's the thing as well. Both Kane and The Undertaker do the Tombstone Piledriver, which is, for those that don't know, where you put someone's head between your legs in like a 69 position, and then you drop onto your knees, and the idea is you're dropping their head into the floor. Obviously, you're not actually dropping their head into the fucking floor. That would kill them, or at least break their fucking neck. You know, the idea is that because Kane and The Undertaker are so bloody tall, everyone they do it to, you know, or you can also tuck your head if you're the guy receiving the move, but the idea is that people are so comparatively short, even if they're like 6'5", because Kane and Taker are so bloody tall, the Kane and Taker's height allows them to, the person's head never even goes near the floor because of how tall they are. But anyway, so they've been doing that move for years, and they're like the only two people that are allowed to do it, pretty much. Like, quite literally, like, not Triple H, Vince McMahon won't allow most other wrestlers to do stuff like that. Also, you know, generally you're not allowed to use someone else's finisher, because, you know, it's their finisher, you know? Unless it's a spear, then every fucker does it. My god, I'm so sick of spears. Fucking everyone does it, alright? Edge, okay, a Rhino should have been allowed it. Rhino, because he's called fucking Rhino, okay? Rhino doing a spear makes sense. He's called Rhino. Edge, because he's Edge, okay? Edge is one of the best of all time, so Edge is allowed as well. And maybe Goldberg, okay? 3 people are allowed to do a spear. Everyone else should just stop doing spears. Too many people doing spears. I can't stand it. Charlotte does a spear. If you don't know who Charlotte is, she's like 6 feet tall, blonde, skinny as fuck, and she does a spear. As if it, like, no, you're skinny and tall and blonde. The blonde part doesn't really matter, but no, it's not believable that you do a spear. Come on, you're like a stick insect. Come on, lady. Like, what the hell? So I really wish people would stop doing spears. But anyway, that was a rant. Anyway, so back to my point about pile drivers. They're like the only two that are allowed to do it. I'm worried because of them both having really bad knees that one day they're gonna fuck it up and break someone's neck. Like, I really genuinely am. So I really wish they'd at least stop doing that. If nothing else. Like, again, Kane and Taker, genuinely 2 of my favorites of all time. Kane is, like, apart from Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels, Kane's like number 3 as my favorite wrestler ever. Fucking love Kane. Great wrestler, very talented, like, tall as shit, strong as fuck. Super cool gimmick with the mask and everything, you know, like a really intelligent guy in real life. He's the mayor of like Knox County or something. Like, he's a great guy. Love Kane. But like, please stop pile driving people. You're gonna break someone's neck. You both have fucked up knees. You think of building his retirement. See, here's the thing. We fought that for like 5 years. But what I will say is, very recently what happened was, on Raw, Shawn Michaels came out to talk smack about this match that Taker's having against... Shawn Michaels is retired. Again, I said Shawn Michaels is, in my opinion, the best of all time. So Shawn Michaels came out to talk smack about this match that, you know, basically to promote it, essentially. That Triple H is having against Undertaker in WrestleMania. Doesn't even make sense in context. At this event in Australia. And then Undertaker came out and said, yo, you're only talking shit because I beat you and retired you. Because the retirement match for Shawn Michaels was against The Undertaker. So what they are setting up is a rematch against Undertaker between Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. And this was like 7 years ago or something. Shawn Michaels has been retired for the better part of a decade. So this is going to be like, you know, the one more match thing. It's not him coming back because he's never going to come back full time. But it's probably going to be his actual, you know, final match where he does, like, you know, a post-retirement match against The Undertaker. So a lot of people are speculating he's going to retire Undertaker, because that would be kind of cool, right? Like, he gets retired by Undertaker, and then he's the guy to retire Undertaker. But we haven't got confirmation of that. They haven't specifically, explicitly stated that that is the case. I kind of hope it is, but they haven't said that. So we don't really... Oh, why didn't I get the bad... I'm an idiot. They haven't specifically stated that, so we don't know that's the case. But I really hope so, because, like I say, I have a lot of respect for him, but man, you need to retire. Yes, I also don't want the man to kill himself. It's going to be Brothers of Destruction versus Triple H and Shawn Michaels. There also seems to be that might be the case as well. My inkling is that they're going to do this tag match between Taker... So, what seems to be the case is they seem to be setting up Taker and Kane versus Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Okay. Then I think after that, they are going to set up a WrestleMania, you know, retirement match between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. Or at least, I hope so. Because, like I say, I have all the respect in the world for the man, but for God's sakes, please retire. Like, you know, I don't want him to turn to Ric Flair, basically. Because Ric Flair, Put it this way, when I started watching wrestling, Ric Flair was still wrestling. Ric Flair was like 60-something at the time. You know? Like, the man looked like a piece of leather. Like, rolling around, like... Yeah. So, here's the thing. I, at the time, was like, who's this old man? You know? Like, no disrespect to him, I didn't know who the fuck Ric Flair was, because I just started watching wrestling. I was like, who's this crazy old man? Like, who's this old dude? If you go back and watch Ric Flair, like, from back in the day, like, fucking 40 years ago, Ric Flair was actually really good. Like, one of the best of all time. Probably. Like, that good. But I didn't know that, because I saw Ric Flair the old man, not Ric Flair the good wrestler. So, I don't want that to happen with Undertaker. I don't want new people to come to wrestling and be like, who's this old dude wearing eyeshadow? Because, basically, he's an old dude wearing eyeshadow. Like, you know? Like, yeah, I don't want that to happen to poor Taker. I want Taker to retire as a respected professional wrestler. Hey, we unlocked Eve, sweet. I want him to retire as a respected professional wrestler, not to become a joke. Not that I'm saying Ric Flair is a joke, but I'm saying he was edging on it. You know, all the respect in the world, but he was edging on it when he retired. So, you know, yes, exactly. Ric Flair, yeah. Like I say, like I've seen some of his old stuff. He was great. He was not great when I started watching wrestling. He was just an old man. And again, I'm not saying you can't be old and be good at things, but in professional wrestling, you generally need to be kind of like a bit of a spring chicken, or at least not old as shit. Goldberg's spear was a setup for the jackhammer. You're right, actually, yeah. Goldberg didn't really use it as a finisher. Well, he did sometimes, I guess, but generally not the case. He only really used it as a finisher when he was fighting, you know, like, someone he could put down easily. But even then, he used to jackhammer them just to sort of show off, you know? I say that like it's real, you know, like someone he could put... You know what I'm saying? Like, someone that wouldn't be booked as a threat to him. A jobber, if you will. So there you go. There you go. By the way, if any of you ever want to actually discuss professional wrestling or like anything like that, I literally have a section on my Discord that no one ever uses that is called professional wrestling, where you can talk about professional wrestling whenever you want. You don't have to do it just during the stream. So if there's ever like a pay-per-view or anything and there's like you want to discuss it at the time, like live, be my guest. I will happily talk about it in there with people. Because I watch pretty much every pay-per-view live. I pay for the WWE Network and damn it, I'm going to get my money's worth. Fucking Hogan. Like, oh my god. So, I've talked about the Hogan situation before, so I'm not going to go and, like, dwell on it. But basically, he's an old racist. And he was, like, exiled from the WWE for 3 years because of him being a racist. I want to say, I'm talking, like, literal... Like, I'm not saying, like, he dropped the N-word playing Fortnite when he was mad. Like, that's still pretty bad, but I'm talking, like, this man is a full-blown racist. Where I think he said something along the lines of, if my... And, you know, obviously, insert the N-word where appropriate. Because that's what he said. He said, if my daughter ever marries a, you know, I'd rather kill myself, or I'd rather, like, something along those lines. And he went on, like, long tangents about this. He has recently been rehired by the WWE. It's like, dude, why do they think Hogan has anything to offer? I don't think he does. He can't wrestle. He never really could wrestle. He was never really a good wrestler. Like, he's a good talker. That's all the man's got going for him, and nostalgia. We don't need Hogan nostalgia. Like, it's not worth it to bring back an old racist fuck who wasn't really good at wrestling in the first place. The only thing Hogan ever had going for him was that he could talk. That's all he ever had. And guess what? There's plenty of wrestlers nowadays that can talk. You don't need Hogan anymore. You've got plenty of people that can, like, pick up a microphone and talk great shit. You want someone who can talk great shit? Rehire CM Punk. I know they're not going to do that, and CM Punk wouldn't want to get rehired anyway because he hates them, but still, like, there's plenty of options out there. You don't need motherfucking Hulk Hogan. I can't stand that man. He's like such a vile old shithead. And he's so boring as well. I can't stand his matches. Like, I've tried to watch Hogan matches again, because, you know, obviously if Ric Flair was old when I started watching wrestling, oh, you know, Hogan was not exactly active at the time. I've seen Hogan's, like, you know, best stuff. He's shit. Like, he's just shit. Social justice warrior alert. No, not liking someone because they're an old racist doesn't make you a social justice warrior. Like, it's not cool to be an old racist, or a racist at all. Like, that's nothing to do with social justice, it's just being a good human being. You know? That's very different. Hey, we unlocked Samson. Because we didn't take damage, I guess. I thought it was no damage. Oh, yeah, it is no damage to 2 floors, but... I was like, why didn't we get, like, a, you know, a Spelunker Boy or whatever? Because the 2 floors were on different sections. So basically, we don't take damage on this floor, we'll get Spelunker Boy. Which is taking no damage on the caves. I'm gonna take that because we're gonna keys. I actually really don't like white knights and social justice warriors and stuff like that, but I just don't like people with dickheads. I just like people to not be dickheads, you know? And Hulk Hogan is just a dickhead. Like, he just is. Like, and he always kind of has been. Like, he's... Yeah, I just don't think he's a good person. I just don't like him. I don't like him. I don't think he's a good wrestler. He was good at talking. That's all he really had. Will you fucking get up and, like, explode? Good lord. Oh, my lord. Thank you. No, okay, well... We should get some key. You know what? Let's go to the... Yeah, okay, cool. Let's go to the shop now. I'm not going to buy the key. I'm going to hope that we... get one anyway. Because, again, we have the... I'm going to use this just mostly for flying. I'm going to hope we get one anyway because we have the flat penny. So when we pick up coins, we get like a 50% chance of getting a key. Yeah, he slammed Andre the Giant. Here's the thing. I've seen Kane slam people that are just as big. I've seen other wrestlers do slams that are as impressive. I've seen a man called Cesaro, who isn't that big, like, swing the Great Khali, and Great Khali was like 7'4", 400 pounds. Like, Cesaro impresses me. Hulk Hogan slamming Andre wasn't that impressive. Here's the thing as well. If you know how professional wrestling works, you know something like a slam, like a scoop slam, which is what Hogan did, is actually a move that is just as much on the other person as it is on the guy doing the move. So, like, if you watch when someone gets scoop slammed, like if you go watch Hogan slam and Andre, right, for example, watch what Andre does. Like, Andre pushes down on Hogan's leg to, like, alleviate some of the weight. Like, you have to, you know, you can't be like dead weight, basically. So it's a move that requires two people, so it's even less impressive to me. Like, you still have to be strong to do it, don't get me wrong, but like at the same time it's not like he held him up there. He literally like picks him up. Andre pushes down Hogan's leg to, you know, take a lot of the weight off, and it's like a second or two like thing that happened. Did that really blow me up? My god, you suck. It's like a second, like, I don't know. It's just, when you know how stuff like that works, it's much less impressive. Yeah, there's actually quite a few moves like that, where they look really impressive, but they are much more... I'm trying to think, like, there's... I'm trying to think of the best example. Head scissors is another really good one. Like, if you ever watch someone do head scissors, right? And I'm not talking about, like, the kind you see in, like, lesbian porn. Not that kind of head scissors. Though similar, I guess, but without, like, the hotness. So, like, when someone does, like, a head scissors, it's essentially where they, you know, they lock their legs around the person's head and they spin around the person's body and they fling the person. If you watch the person taking the head scissors, they literally grab onto the person so they don't fall off of their head. And half the time, they even pretty much, like, swing the person to rotate them around them to give them momentum. Like, again, a lot of moves like that look really impressive are sometimes even more so on the person taking them. Like, it's very deceptive. I mean, that's the point for wrestling, right? Like, it's a show. It's supposed to look, you know, like the whole concept of it is like, you know, it's quote unquote fake. Like, you know, you're seeing something that isn't really what it seems like, I guess, even though, you know, most of the time it is. But yes, so that's why, you know, like, if the most impressive thing he's ever done is scoop slam Andre the Giant, like, shit. If I was the size of Hulk Hogan, I could scoop slam Andre the Giant. He's just like a buff dude. Like, and here's the thing. I guarantee Hogan hit the roids hard back in the day. Like, back in those days, everyone was doing steroids. Fucking everyone. They don't allow people to do it now because they have drug tests all the time because Chris Benoit went nuts and killed his family. Literally true. Though I don't think the steroids had much to do with it. But that's like a whole different story. But yes, they did re-sign Hogan. Apparently, I don't know if you heard this, but apparently Hogan went backstage during, I think it was the Extreme Rules or TLC or whatever the hell the last pay-per-view was out of those two. And was like, "Hello, brothers." You know, he went backstage to like apologize and talk about like, "Oh, you know, I've learned from my mistakes and stuff like that." But apparently his apology was really insincere and really shitty, which I believe. So you know, cool. Like, he never really said like, "Oh, you know, I shouldn't have done it," and like, "I'm a changed man." He basically just said like, "Sorry if my racism offended you." It's like, really? That's like the best you've got? God, Hogan's such a shit human. Like, I can't stand him. He's so bad. Do we want... no, I'm going to buy the heart instead. Well, you know what? We'll get both. Hey, big spender. Dig this blender. Have you seen Hell in a Cell? Yes. How horrible was the Hardy one to watch? You mean the part where, like, he got the screwdriver and he stuck it in Jeff Hardy's ear? So, for those who don't know, Jeff Hardy has, like, I can't remember what the hell it's called, but it's got a specific name. You know where, like, people have those massive holes in their ears where they put, like, the big things that sort of stretch the hole out? He's got that in his ears. And Randy Orton, gauge, there you go, that's the word, thank you. He has gauges in his ears. Randy Orton grabbed a screwdriver and stuck it in his gauge and wrenched on it. Now, if you know about earlobes, you know how, like, flexible those things are? So, there was really not that much chance of the thing tearing, you know, obviously. That's like, why would Jeff be like, yeah, do that to me, just rip my earlobe off, you know? It's not like you rip the guy's earlobe. But it's still fucking gross. Like, whether or not you think the guy's earlobe is actually going to tear off, it's disgusting. So that was nasty to watch, and it's like the third time he's done it. I mean, he didn't use a screwdriver the other, he used his finger the other times, which is maybe even more disgusting to me. Like, at least use a tool for the job, man. Like, that's why tools were invented, to do work like that. That's just nasty using your finger. And from my understanding, gauges usually smell quite a bit. So, I mean, especially considering he was in the middle of, you know, a wrestling match at the time, probably a bit sweaty, probably a bit gross. Like, come on now, Randy. Think of hygiene. That's maybe the worst part about it. It's just like, that's gonna smell. What's wrong with you? What'd you come back to? Good question. Good question. Oh. Boop. Okay, please be good. Acceptable. Not necessarily good, but acceptable. I don't think we could even fight angels at the moment, can we? I think you have to unlock that. That's what I thought. That is what I thought. You know what? We got lucky. Let's try it again. Fantastic. Up and at them. I'm keeping the shears because the shears are great. But yeah, if you want to discuss anything else, be my guest, you know? Be my guest. We discussed Spider-Man. We have discussed professional wrestling. How Hogan is a racist. How Gage is a gross. And Randy Orton's a monster. Etc. If you have another topic, feel free to bring it up. And I'll change the subject. There's not much I can talk about in the game right now, because we're kind of just smooth sailing. Beautiful. How is our range? I think our range is really good, isn't it? Yeah, we can shoot across the entire room. Cool. That actually kind of used to bother me in the original Isaac, because the original Isaac didn't have big rooms. You would end up with, like, max range to shoot all the way across, you know, a regular-sized room, because that was all the rooms in the game. After like 1 or 2 range ups. So after that, the range ups were completely pointless. And I was like, why do these exist? At least it makes sense now, because, you know, big rooms. But before it was like, wow, this is a really pointless stat for the most part. I think the only character that started with bad range was Kane. So unless you were Kane, you didn't really need a range up. You were just good from the start. It was weird. AIDS. You want to discuss AIDS? Zero Sparky, thank you so much for the 300 bits. Very generous of you as always. It maybe actually probably wasn't worth picking up that fire rate up because it took our damage down and we already kind of had a good fire rate. So that was probably not a great choice. I must be honest. But whatever. Oh god. What's that? Entry recall. The moon, temperance, and the 2 of spades. Sweet. We are basically set for life when it comes to keys. Let's discuss AIDS. I think they're very helpful. I think without them, Jared from Subway never would have lost all that weight. And I think that he is a pedophile. So, you know, unfortunate. Unfortunate. Isn't R. Kelly a pet, like, wasn't he, didn't he like pee on underage girls or something? Was it R. Kelly? I think it was R. Kelly. I don't want to slander the man. Verbal, sorry. Slander is written. Or is that libel? Which one is it? Like, isn't slander both? Verbal is obviously spoken. Slander is written, right? That's right, yeah. Yes, that was R. Kelly. Space Jam 2 being teased. Is it? Are you serious? I hope so. I mean, R. Kelly wasn't in Space Jam, so I guess you could do it without him. His iconic song, I Believe I Can Fly, was in it, though. That was a great song. I like that song. I really like Space Jam. That's a great movie. I love Bill Murray as well. I like how Bill Murray was just in it, and, you know, he shows up, and then Danny DeVito, who's voicing the alien boss, is like, oh my god, it's Dan Aykroyd. Well, he doesn't say that exactly, but he essentially says, oh, it's Dan Aykroyd. And for the longest time, I thought he was Dan Aykroyd because of that. And it wasn't until years later I was like, wait a minute, that's not Dan Aykroyd at all. Because, you know, I just knew Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray were in the Ghostbusters, but I didn't know who was who. So, what can I say? He confused me quite a bit there. Yeah, it's happening. I hope it's good. Because they do that a lot, where they release like a sequel to like a movie years later, and it's a bit shit. Like Independence Day 2, The Independencing, you know, without Will Smith. You can't make an Independence Day without Will Smith. Will Smith is a national treasure, you know? Except when he's working with his son. But, you know, I mean, it's his son. I can't really blame him. I want to blame him, but, you know, it's not his fault. It's not his fault his son is useless, you know? He's still rich and famous, so I can't be too critical, you know? He's still more successful than I am, even though it is Jaden Smith. So, yeah. I don't blame him. I don't blame him for the mistakes he's made when it comes to his son. I don't. If it was your son, you'd act in a shitty movie with him too. Who saw the, you know, how many people saw the Netflix movie Bright? This is a good question. Because I saw it with the lady friend, and she liked it, I think. I can't remember, actually. I can't remember. Did she like it? I have to ask her. I can't remember. I think she liked it. She didn't hate it. I know that. I can't remember if she liked it or she thought it was, like, genuinely, like, just okay. I thought it was, like, maybe a little below average. Like, I don't think it was, like, there's very split, like, reviews on it. Like, some people are like, it's fucking awful. Like, you know, it's just racism in disguise. Like, obviously that was the point of the movie, was about racism, you fucking idiot. Like, they weren't trying to disguise that. It's very on the nose racism. I don't think it was bad, but, like, if I never watched it, I don't think I would have been missing anything, you know? Like, I think it was just entirely forgettable. Because I can't remember much about it. You think Venom's going to be a good B-movie? Yeah, I've seen the trailers for Venom. Like, the first trailer I saw for Venom, I was like, ooh, this looks sketchy. But the second trailer I saw, I was like, you know what, actually looks pretty good. So, I'm actually reasonably, I wouldn't say excited. Not that much gets me excited, besides food and sex, you know? But I'm reasonably intrigued. Yo, speaking of food, I'm going to order food. I'm, like, really hungry. Give me a second. I'm reasonably intrigued to... Let me check. Is this full screen? No. Cool. Just want to make sure you can't, like, see anything. You know what? I'm going to do this just in case. You know, the game's paused anyway. I'm reasonably intrigued to see it now. Because it does look pretty cool. Alright, where should we order from? Oh, we're going to order from there. They have, like, the best chicken burgers in the world. Actually, no, I shouldn't order. I have chicken in the fridge. Yeah, that's right. Never mind. I'm not going to order food. Never mind. Never mind. We're cool. I have chicken. I forgot about that. Let's switch back to the game. I think it's here. Yes, fantastic. Anyway, so yeah, Bright, I didn't think it was bad. I just, meh. Just how I feel about most Will Smith things these days. I'm like, look, it's not the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and it's not... Ah, you dick. And it... My god, there's a lot of explosives on you. And it's not Men in Black. Though I will say, I think the first Men in Black movie, not that good. Like, it's got some good parts and some funny lines, but overall, I think that movie's a bit... you know, not the best. Though still better than Bright, I would say. Yeah, I love, which one is it? iRobot. iRobot, I Am Legend, probably two of my favorite Will Smith movies. I saw Hancock, didn't think that was that great either, it was a bit meh. He's in a lot of meh movies. I don't think I've ever seen a movie with him where I thought it was awful. Though apparently the one with his son on like an alien planet was awful, but I haven't actually seen that, because apparently it was awful, so I didn't watch it. You know? I was like, well, I guess I won't then. And I was also told that Will Smith isn't really even in the movie, it was mostly just Jaden, so I was like, okay. So I'll just... not bother then. Okay, this is a lot of keys. Good God. I mean, I'll take it, I guess. I'll take it. I don't really want it, but I'll take... You know what? We can afford to do this. Because we've got the shears. They'll destroy everything. If they ever... Yeah, there you go. The shears are so powerful, man. Look at that shit. Oh, wait. We get two body... I forgot about that. We picked up the things. We got two... Yes! Yes! This is the best Christmas gift ever. I mean, the best birthday gift ever. It's my birthday next month, in October the 25th, the day before Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out. I will be 25 again. Not 32, 25 again. For the 8th year in a row. Wow. 25 again. Sweet, sweet 16. Okay, please don't hit me. Thank you. Venom kills people a lot. People, he's evil. I don't think it should be a kid's movie. Well, okay, no, here's the thing. Venom is not actually evil. If you know about the comics, you amateur Josh. So, Venom hates Spider-Man. Fucking hates him. Like, that's like one of the main important traits about Venom is that he hates Spider-Man so much that he bonds to people generally that don't like Spider-Man. And the more hatred they have for Spider-Man, the stronger Venom becomes when bonded to that person. So that's the first thing you need to know about Venom. Fucking hates Spider-Man. Can't stand him. Doesn't like him at all. Would not send him a Christmas card or piss on him if he was on fire. Anyway. So, besides that, Venom also gains the powers of people he bonds to, which is why Venom has a great big bloody white spider on his chest and can also spin webs any size and catch thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes Venom. Because the first person he bonded to was Spider-Man, so he inherited his abilities. Then the third thing is that he's not actually evil. Carnage is evil, because Carnage is just a bit of a dick anyway, and also Carnage bonded to Cletus Cassidy, who was a serial killer. So, see, I know a lot about Venom and Carnage, more so than I know about Spider-Man, probably. There is literally, like, Venom literally becomes an anti-hero in a lot of the comics. Where for example, there is a comic where Carnage digitally inserts, this is like the most 90s hacker shit ever, but there is a comic, and I haven't read it because I haven't read comics, but I intend to at some point, because they sound fun. But there is a comic where Carnage literally digitally inserts himself into the internet, and then kills people through the internet. And then Venom digitally inserts himself into the internet to fight Carnage and stop his killing spree. Like, Venom's actually not a bad guy. He's not like the world's greatest. He's a bit of a dick, but like overall, he's actually like more good than bad. Just really can't stand Spider-Man. Take these 0 Sparky, thank you again, man. Have a good night, dude. This guy's really big and fat and jumpy. Thank you. You dick. Yeah, Venom, not actually bad. That's not to say he won't kill people in the movie. He very well might, but I've never really. I don't think that's really not the point of Venom. So I don't necessarily expect that to be the case. What the movie is probably most likely to be is Eddie Brock, you know, trying not to let Venom control him, and then like at least as far as I remember, Eddie Brock pretty much gives up and lets the symbiote overtake him completely. And then he basically just uses, or at least like agrees to what they sort of work in tandem, I guess. Is more accurate, I suppose. And then they stop referring to themselves as we and refer to themselves as I because they're more like one. They basically become one person. Instead of like a symbiote and a host, it pretty much turns into one person. It's kind of like the character arc there of Venom. Because that was always the thing I thought was super cool from the cartoons, is Venom always referring to himself as we, or us. I thought it was kind of badass. How does Carnage fit into the whole comic book storyline? Like I say, he is the spawn of Venom. I don't remember how, but like somehow he gave birth to Carnage. So it's his son, essentially. Like, quite literally, like, I think he even refers to him as his son. Or offspring is more accurate. I don't know if it's got a gender necessarily, but it's his offspring. And like I say, he bonds to Cletus Cassidy, who is a serial killer. And Carnage is fucking nuts. Like, because of that. He's like, psycho Venom. Carnage is the evil one. He kills like 5 people in the trailer. Yep, that might be what they're going for. Because again, it's not 100% comic book accurate at all. From my understanding, the Venom in the movie is going to have like a different origin. I don't know this, but this is just kind of what I heard. I don't think they're doing the... So, the actual origin of Venom is that he comes from space. Like, he crashed down a meteorite. He's a fucking symbiotic, like, puddle of goo that latches onto people and then controls them. The thing with Venom, and again, this is another reason why Venom is not evil, is that, so, the home planet, and again, I read this, like, very recently. I didn't know this until recently, because I was looking up stuff about Venom. Like, I'm talking, like, 2 days ago, I learned this. The thing with Venom is that, apparently, on his home planet, I'm taking a lot of damage, I know. This is a difficult room, in my defense. On his home planet, the symbiotes that, you know, are also there, the idea is that they dominate their host and overtake them completely. Venom, however, was apparently exiled because he wasn't like that. He didn't want to dominate his host. He wanted to, you know, share with it. Kind of like what goes on with Eddie Brock. So he was actually cast out and so like thrown to Earth, essentially. Which is why he shows up, I think. So yeah. he latches onto Spider-Man, gains the abilities, blah, 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 but still turns Spider-Man into a bit of a dick, because, you know, it, like, heightens your aggression and what have you. This is gonna be a long fight. No! Okay, cool. If we just stand back here, we'll never, ever get hit, unless those jumpy things hit me. Actually, you know what? It's not gonna be a long fight, because we have the explosives. There we go. Fantastic. Where are you? I believe there's also another, symbiote. Maybe more than 3, actually. But there's at least one more called Toxin. And I think Toxin is Carnage's offspring. And Toxin is, like, full-on anti-hero. Toxin's, like, a good guy. But I don't know much about Toxin besides that. I think he's, like, a crime fighter. He, like, latches onto a cop or something, I think, maybe. Something like that. But yes. The point I was trying to make, and I got distracted, was I think, even though that's the origin of Venom, I don't think that's what they're going for in the movie. I think in the movie they're not going to do the whole alien thing. I think it's going to be like a science experiment gone wrong or something like that. See, I don't think they're going for it being an alien. Because a lot of people hate that, actually. A lot of people hate the whole it's an alien thing. They think it's ridiculous. It's like, you got to remember, this is in a world where the main character is, you know, got spider powers and can fly around and shoot webs and has spider senses because he's basically like part spider now because a radioactive spider bit him. Like, I feel like at that point you can't really criticize like aliens for being too ridiculous. I feel like comparatively speaking, aliens might be kind of feasible. I don't know. Like, it seems more. Venom has like 5 other offspring. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Again, the other ones I know of are Venom, Carnage, and what? Oh, the blood on the floor. Damn it. Venom, Carnage, and Toxin. That sucks. We took a lot of damage there. That really sucks. But yeah, I thought there were more. I just don't know what they're called or anything. Or anything about them. Anything at all. Oh my god, come back. I started trying to read comics recently. I want to read the original Spider-Man comics, but like, I'm not gonna lie, they're not very well written. I started reading, like, episode 1. Oh, sorry. It's like, whatever the hell, like the first one. And like, it's very, like, very not well written. Sorry, Stanley. Like, yeah. I mean, it's from 1963, so I didn't expect it to be, you know, greatly written, but it's just a bit, yeah. And apparently, Venom shows up in, like, edition or whatever you call it, like 215 or 254 or something like that. And it's, like, actually called the Alien Suit, I think. So what I might do is I might just skip to that one and read about, like, the very first time he shows up in the comics. And then I might skip to some of the more recent ones, because I feel like they're going to be better written, or at least I hope so. Like, I don't expect, you know, Game of Thrones or anything from my, like how Game of Thrones is, like, the highest of the high to me. I don't expect Game of Thrones or anything from my comic books, but yeah, it was pretty bad. It was like, the first couple of panels were like, oh, they don't realize that I actually have the powers of a spider, because I was bitten by a radioactive spider. I'm like, alright, cool. Thanks, Peter. Thanks. Really? You jip. But Venom first appeared after Secret Wars, which was 1984. Yes, exactly. The first series of Spider-Man started in 1963. Venom didn't show up until 1984. And believe it or not, it ran until like 1998 or something like that. It ran for like 30 bloody years, which is actually ludicrous. There's like 800, I think 801 of them from that series. That's insane. It ran for like 30 years, man, just that one series of comic books. That's nuts. Fuck you. God. I feel like we're gonna die. Like, maybe... Oh, come on. We might be able to beat... Oh, come on. We might be able to beat What's-His-Face. But I'm, perfect. I'm skeptical. Go! Oh! Okay, well, at least we kept half of it. What a ripoff. Scream and Toxin, I think them all. There's one called Scream? You sure about that? You know, there could be. It could be. Oh yeah, and I don't know if how many people here follow me on Twitter, but you should. But I tweeted last night or this morning or whatever. I found the game that I was talking about, which was the only other Spider-Man game I've ever played, which was on the SNES, and it's called Spider-Man and Venom: Maximum Carnage. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up like Streets of Rage. Is it Streets of Rage? Streets of Rage? Yeah, Streets of Rage. Like Streets of Rage. Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. I really like the parts where you play as Venom, because he's, like, super strong and, like, you just throw people around and ragdoll them. I was finding it really funny. I didn't realize this. I guess I did notice at the time, but I forgot. The people you beat up generally are just, like, they just look like regular thugs, but they all have names. But like they're called like Tom and Steve and like Dave. Like they were like regular ass names. Oh, there's something very funny about that. Like their HP bar comes up when you hit them. It's like you're beating up Marcus and Mark and Jeff. I don't know. Funny. Scream, Lesher, Phage, Agony, and Roit. Roit? I still think Venom and Carnage are the coolest names. But then again, they probably would be, because they were the two they first thought of, and then they're like, oh shit, we need new names. Toxin? Yeah, that one's okay, we'll go with that. Phaser? Laser Beam? Steven? I don't know. Yeah, apparently there's also a sequel to Maximum Carnage, which was actually called Spider-Man and Venom Separation Anxiety. Now, Kaiser mentioned it the other day when we were playing Spider-Man, and I thought he was just making a pun, because that's what Kaiser does. Kaiser makes puns. Nah, that's actually the name of the game, Separation Anxiety. I like to point out, that's hilarious. Like, that's a funny name. I'm nearly dead. God damn, we just need to beat this one boss. That's all we need, man. That's all we need. Why will you not just appear and let me kill you? Oh, I hit the blocks. Oh! Come on. What the hell? Thank you. My god. My god. I don't want that. Maybe I do. Maybe it's a good pill. I don't. Oh no. Oh no. No que pasa. Alright, we need to. Yeah. Need to blow up the white dudes. The white dudes. Ah! Okay. You know what? That kind of worked out. Would you just like back off, son? What the hell? Please put an explosive on him. Please. Anytime. I keep missing with. Oh, thank you. Alright, now we just run away. Run away. You knocked it off because you left the screen. Oh, you dick. Oh, you. What? What? Oh, what? Why'd the other one disappear? I have no idea. Oh, God, why? No. Move out of the way of the door, dick. Okay. Just want to find the button. You know what? We should try the pill. It might be full health. You never know. Yeah. Good enough. Good enough. Nope, makes me slide. I gotta wait, otherwise I gotta pick up my thing. Oh, it's called Riot. Okay. That makes more sense than Rot. Or Riot. Roit. Whatever I say, you're Roit. Riot. Yeah, Riot's okay, I guess. It's funny. That's funny. But yes, I intend to start reading comic books. May as well go like full nerd, you know? May as well. What's the harm? Ha! You're slow. Suck it. Yes, get destroyed. Okay, stop firing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Give me. Oh no! Almost did the thing. What? There's a fucking spider! Oh! What a waste of a heart, man. I needed that, probably. God. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Perfect. Yes. Please do die. Thank you. This way, probably. Are you kidding me? Is this? Are we serious right now? No. I'm blowing my way out of here. I'm blowing this popsicle stand. How long is this floor? It just keeps going. Yeah, in the interest of not getting hit, I felt like that was a good idea. It's probably through here. Oh, god damn it. Alright, you know what? Leave. Run away! Run away! Okay, we found it. Maybe we stand a chance. I'm looking for the secret room. I have not found the secret room. We've got a decent amount of HP, and I guess the shears are very powerful. Though I should have saved both charges, but I didn't. As long as I just dodge like a champ, we'll be fine. Also, the explosions do a staggering amount of damage. I think Riot's in the movie. The Venom movie? That would be weird if they showed him before Carnage. I don't know. Maybe he is. I hope Carnage is in the movie. I want to see Carnage like done. I want to see Venom done properly. Venom was so shit in Spider-Man 3. Like, so badly done. Like, the Sandman stuff was pretty cool. I didn't hate all of Spider-Man 3, but the Venom stuff, like, was awful. Like Peter Parker's emo dance, for example. Oh, you will know what I'm referencing. You know. Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better close. I don't know why I'm quoting that. I can't stand Road Dogg. He's such a tosser. Let me see. Is anyone online to play Rainbow Six with? Probably not. I'm gonna make a sandwich in a minute. That person is playing casual. What a casual scumbag. Ooh, do I dare play Rainbow Six alone? Do I dare? The Venom itself wasn't that bad. The actor was horrible. No, see, that's the thing. Like, we're done with the Binding of Isaac, by the way. Just so we're clear. I'm just trying to decide if I want to, like, keep streaming or if I want to just go eat a sandwich and play Rainbow Six later. I don't know. But let me finish this point. I think Venom was done pretty badly in the movie. Like, there were a few things that really put me off. Like, I didn't like the way he looked, really. I, in particular, didn't like the Venom, like, symbiote suit that Spider-Man had. It looked too much like a suit. Like, I like how, I'll even show you, because I can. Let me look up Venom in the 1994. So, 1994, Venom, that's probably what I need to put in. Okay, so this is how, no, I want the suit. Type in suit. Okay, so, here is a picture. Let me make sure I don't have any porn up or anything. No, I think we're good. Here is a picture of absolutely nothing. Fantastic. Why doesn't full screen work? Why you not? Oh my god. Hang on, let me try and do stupid goddamn OBS capture. Display capture. Please capture the first screen. I don't want to have to move it to the other one. Whoa. Yeah, why is it black? Alright, I guess I'll move it to the other screen then. How annoying. Okay, so. Let me move this over here so I can see. Okay, cool. Right, so this is what the Spider-Man suit looks like in the 1994 TV show. Now, I really like that, because you notice, you see Spider-Man's regular suit, it's got the webbing on it, right? Because it's a suit. He designed it. He made it, like, look at that. That's cool as shit. He made it himself, so it's got the webbing on it. You know, it's Venom, no webbing. Got the big old spider because he, like, inherited that because he was the first host, and blah, 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 etc. That's fine. I have no problem with this. I don't like how, and again, I'm going to try and find it. So if I go Spider-Man 3 movie, Venom. That's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the suit. Type in, okay, I'm on the wrong thing. Suit. Where's the picture of the suit that Peter Parker bloody wore? These are all pictures of Venom. Okay, this one's good enough. Look at the suit. It's got the web. It just looks like a black suit. It doesn't look like the symbiotes on him. It looks crap. So I don't like that for a start. I really dislike that. I also dislike how, if you listen, there's a few times in that movie where Venom talks and he does not say we or us. He says I. There's a part where he's talking to Sandman and he's like, I want to kill the spider, or I want to kill the Spider-Man, or whatever he says. Nah, man. Fucking Venom is supposed to say we, because the point is, it's a symbiote on two people. That's like one of the most important character traits of Venom, that is two fucking people. And they're like, nah, he says I. So they really fucked that up. And I realize that's like an anal thing that most people are not going to give a shit about. But personally, as someone who watched the 1994 TV series and fucking love Venom and knows that that's a thing Venom says, when I see Venom not doing that, that bothers me. And he does do it at points during the movie, so they just fucked up that line. So, yeah, I don't like that suit. I don't like that. I didn't like the actor. Like, he just wasn't Eddie Brock. Like, Eddie Brock is buff as shit for a start. Eddie Brock is also, like, he's basically a meathead, right? Like, he hits the gym and he doesn't really do anything else. He's a dick to Peter. It's not really what he was like in the movie. He wasn't that much of a dick. Peter was more of a dick to him. He wasn't buff at all. He just wasn't big enough to be... He just didn't... There's nothing about him that really said Eddie Brock to me. So there were, like, so many things about the movie I didn't like. And it was just very poorly handled. Like, it was bad. I didn't like it at all. Look up Spider-Woman black suit. Yes, Spider-Woman, I believe. Also, it's like, there's a bunch of comics apparently where Venom has been on, like, everybody. Like, including the Hulk. Venom, Spider-Woman. 2 words. Or did you just say wait a minute. You said Spider-Woman black suit, didn't you? Spider-Woman black suit. Close enough, yeah. That looks pretty likely that she got venomed. That looks like Venom to me. Interesting. Peter had that suit in mind when he got the symbiote, so it made itself look like that. I mean, I guess, but still. I don't know. I didn't like their portrayal of Venom in the movie at all. Not at all. Anyway, so we have not been going for that long. We've been going about an hour and a half or so. I think I'm going to end the stream here because I'm very, very hungry and there's not really anyone to play Rainbow Six with right now. And I don't want to stream Rainbow Six alone because it will suck. It will be a bunch of people, like, just I don't like randos. You know, I try and avoid them when I can, especially on stream. They'll all be racist. There'll be a bunch of Hulk Hogans. But yeah, so short stream, but it was my first one back in the past few days. I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Either way, thank you for watching, everybody. Give me a second. I'm like most confused about where my screen is right now. I am very quickly going to thank this month's patrons, and of course, thank you again to everybody who subscribed, donated bits, etc., etc. I could not do this without you guys. I really, genuinely do appreciate it. Thank you. It means the world to me. It also means the world to me that you just show up. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. So, thank you to the following patrons in the $10+ tier. We have KB, Miss Justice 83, Black Wolf 8994, Billy 9, Waffleball, Dr. Pepper Penguin, Nuria Age. In the $5+ tier, we have Shadow Sephiroth 666 and Jeremy Burris, and everybody else. We have Vince Clark, George Blackwell, Jessica, Philip Rep, aka Bebop, 56210, Hitbox, Pedro Marquez, and Rasmus. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. I will see you next time. Good night.